guys, I am cooking now. I am so tired of dehydrating. Woo, you can see the steam coming off on the phone. But it must be done. My kitchen looks like it's a war zone, but I have to keep, look at this, if I go like this in front of the camera, it stops it. But I have to keep moving forward. Anyway, I had some peppers left, some tomatoes from the vine, and so I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I going to make for supper? Clay's going to be home. We eat really early. We eat at 3 o'clock. So I said, well, let's make like a chili type of dish. Now, so I'm just adding some corn, some peppers, and different things that I could be dehydrating, but I said, let's do it up for dinner. And I'm going to put in some of this Mole's Natural Mild Italian Sausage, which we are reviewing, which their sausage is awesome. So if you haven't tried it, you need to get some of this stuff. This stuff is fabulous. So I'm going to put the sausage in with the tomatoes and all the goodness here. I'm still chopping peppers while I'm cooking, and cooking while I'm dehydrating, so to speak. And I just wanted to share what I'm having for dinner, but I also wanted to talk to you guys a little bit, which I think I mentioned this before, but you who have been following us, to kind of show you the protocol. What you want to do is, if you got a bunch of food that you're pulling off the vine, got at auctions, got on sale, the rule is eat what's fresh first. Like, don't be pulling stuff out of your freezer if you got all the fresh stuff sitting around and you don't have enough time to get it all put up. Eat the fresh stuff first, then the refrigerator, then the freezer, then the canning, and then the dehydrated food. Because that way you'll keep everything fresh and good. And you kind of have to keep that protocol, because otherwise you'll have food that you're going to end up tossing. So dehydrating is the best way to store it for the longest term, but some things just don't dehydrate well, some things don't freeze well, maybe your family doesn't like it. You have to do what's best for your family. We're going to give you some ideas, but if you don't like it, you won't, it's not any good for you. So this is what we're having for dinner. It's going to be like a taco, like a taco-y, chili type of thing. Actually, I could have used my spaghetti squash, but I want to tell you a funny story about that. Clay and I get up at 3 in the morning, and I'm like drifting around in the morning waiting for my first cup of coffee. And so he's telling me to feed some of the yellow squash to the chickens. Well, I don't know. I was dehydrating like crazy. I wasn't thinking. I had a lot, on the floor needing to get, because it was in boxes, needing to get it moving. And I just took the spaghetti squash, which were only like 3 of them left, and the yellow zucchini to the chickens. I'm like, oh no. But the reason I did that is we don't really like yellow squash that much. And so we got such a good deal, we figured we'd feed it to the chickens. So sometimes we do that. It's like it came with other squash, so we said, well, let's feed, if we don't like it, if it's not fitting in well, let's feed it to the chickens. And when I opened it up, there was such a big seed cell that I just said, that Clay and I said, just feed it to the chickens, and there was only a few of them anyway. So, needless to say, I fed 3 perfectly good spaghetti squash to the chickens, which I feel bad about, but it is what it is. You guys will like this since I'm chatty today. Clay always threatens me. He'll get a kick out of this. Gotta get that stuff going or you won't be able to go to the auction. Now it's funny because I got so much work ahead of me, it's unbelievable, but Clay knows I love doing all this. This is like a lot of fun for me. I enjoy putting up the food, getting it ready. So he knows that that'll keep me on track, which I am on track, but I got tickled at that because some people will be like, hey, I don't have to do any more work, but I'm like rushing. It's like, I want to go back to the auction and do this again. It's so much fun. So anyway, I better tend to my dinner. The liquid's getting down and I need to add some more. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Like, subscribe, and check out my video I did earlier on the freebies. And we'll see you in our next video. God bless.